yesterday, we have a piece of it from a former Trump ambassador, Ambassador O'Brien, talking about the stakes, especially against China, and what message this sends. Breaking up American tech gives China the lead. The United States must preserve the ability of our greatest tech companies to compete globally. And he says a victory for the government would actually be a real big victory for Tencent and for ByteDance. Why is that wrong?
I think he's wrong. Look, the way that America is going to defeat China in our global race for economic supremacy is if we are competitive and we are innovating. And the way America innovates is by promoting competition. And so that is the FTC's job, is to make sure American companies are innovating, and the way we innovate is protecting competition. And big tech companies have been using this argument for a while, that they need to be left alone in order to compete. I think the way America competes is by being competitive domestically. That's how we innovate. It's giving other companies a chance to break into markets, not to be obstructed by monopolies, and that's what the Meta case is about.
But you've gone after the European regulation a little bit, right? The Digital Services and Markets Act. I mean, they don't have big tech champions, and a lot of people think it's because of over-regulation. We do. We have these crown jewels. Why do you want to mess with that and break that up?
So I don't like European regulation that appears to be aimed at American companies. But I also recognize that the only way America is going to continue to compete globally is if we're competitive domestically, because that's how innovation happens in America, is through competition. And so I think it's important for American law enforcers like me to protect competition, to promote innovation. I don't favor European regulation that appears aimed directly at American companies, but I do want to promote American competition domestically here at home.
The other thing that's changed a lot from 2020 is Mark Zuckerberg has become much closer with President Trump. The contributions, the visits to Mar-a-Lago, and the White House. Dana White, very close Trump friend, is now on the Meta board. Has this been a factor at all for you in this case?
Look, I have a very good relationship with the president, and I think that the fact that we're in the second week of trial, Meta sort of speaks for itself.
Did the president approach you about dropping the case?
I'm not going to talk about my discussions with the president, who's my boss, but I have a good relationship with him, and we're in our second week of trial. I think that says everything that needs to be said.
Is it true that Mark Zuckerberg came to you offering a settlement of up to $1 billion?
Look, it's a big case. There's always settlement negotiations. There were settlement negotiations, but I think it's very important in order to protect American consumers that we see this case through, and that's why we're in the second week of trial.
Why did the settlement not work? They weren't willing to come up to your number? Or sign a consent decree, or what was can you give us any color?
Settlement negotiations are always complicated, but my main goal was protecting American consumers. If that could be done with a settlement, that would be great. And if it couldn't, we go to trial. And we're at trial, and I think that answers the question.
What happens if you lose? Are you worried about handing the president a loss?
I think we're going to win.
You feel confident? Was
confident.
there certain testimony? Was it Kevin Systrom, for instance, who is the founder of Instagram? I mean, he was pretty clear. He thought that they were buying it because they were threatened.
Yeah, I think that the direct of Mr. Systrom went great for us. I think sort of the full scope of testimony, the documents that we've already gotten in, the documents that are going to come in, are going to make very clear that these acquisitions were about suppressing competition rather than promoting it.
When it comes to your actions and your suits, I mean, it does feel like big tech is in your crosshairs, and you're looking at that differently than you're looking at other industries. Is that true?
I think my main focus is protecting American consumers, and that means meeting consumers where they are. And consumers interact with tech platforms a lot, and so, of course, that's going to be part of our focus. But we're also focused on healthcare. We're focused on protecting American workers, making sure that American workers are allowed to compete, that they're not subject to, illegal non-competes or wage-fixing agreements or DEI collusion. My job is to protect American consumers and workers where they are. They work with, they interact with big tech a lot, so that's, of course, part of our agenda.
DEI collusion. I mean, that's been a big thing for this administration. What do you mean? How does the FTC take that on?
Yeah, so the antitrust laws protect American workers, and they don't allow businesses to sort of agree with each other that they're going to hire or not hire on certain bases. And if businesses are colluding on DEI metrics, they're all agreeing with each other, well, let's all agree on certain DEI metrics when we're making hiring decisions. That's a potential antitrust problem.
Is there evidence of that?
I mean, companies were very open that they were signing agreements with each other about commitments to certain DEI metrics. And the FTC is taking that seriously and is ready to take a look at that.
As potential collusion.
Yeah, as potential collusion.